I guess just what you can address about what happened last night and kind of the goal getting, counting and standing with how it went through.
With regards to the judgment from Toronto?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're not in a position to be criticizing, the officials and league-wide such. That's standard protocol. We'll get fined as a result of that. So there's no intention of my point to be critical. The overall premise that I have is, to be perfectly honest with you, we should not be asking the coach after a game what they feel about officiating and what happens. You guys should really be focused on, what we didn't do well enough in the course of the game, win a hockey game. Those questions should be directed at either director of supervisor officials, supervisor series, and or the officials. You want full access, and transparency, then put the officials in front of the microphone to answer the question, because they're the only ones. Hold on, they're the only ones that have the experience to be able to handle, whatever interpretation they applied to Rule 69 in that case to answer your question. That's it. So the rest of us, we have, clearly we challenged it because of our interpretation, right?
Yeah.
So the only ones that can answer that, don't put out a statement, just stand in front and answer the question.
Okay,
that's as simple as that.
One question about that. At the general managers meetings, the discussion, does it take place, because the ruling that was passed along basically said that they kind of assumed that Swayman couldn't get to the puck.
Who assumed that?
The NHL said that one of the reasons why it was called back is they thought that Swayman couldn't get to the puck no matter what happened there.
I don't think I understand your question.
But I'm just asking, is that discussed amongst the general managers?
Yeah, we review a lot of these situations, and they'll use the, if you think it's wrong, then you should challenge. If you don't, realize that the call on the ice is going to stand. And again, Rule 69 is what it is, so the people that make that decision should be answering the question how they interpret it.
Well, is it difficult to battle any frustration feeling you're getting the short end of the stick as far as some of these important calls go, with the Bennett hit on Marchand really not getting called in any way, shape, or form either?
That's, Department of Player Safety needs to, make the statement on how they interpret that situation. We've seen every angle that you can possibly imagine. No different than, when Brad himself has been called to the carpet and comparables are looked at. That's their job, their responsibility to protect the players, and we have to respect that, whatever their judgment is. And it's not a source of frustration on our part. Our guys played well last night. We had a 2-0 lead. They clawed their way back into the game, and we didn't get it done. It's no different than how Toronto felt, down 3-1 to us, and how we felt last year. The fact that they gained momentum. We just have to go down and win a hockey game. Go out, execute the way we're capable, and we'll be fine.
How do you do that, Donnie? You've been outshot by quite a...
Yeah, we're not a volume shooting team. We're trying to get quality. I mean, in a perfect world, you get both quality and quantity. We have 3 breakaways last night. You can extend the lead. They had 2, so there were some chances, probably a little more than earlier call game, even game 2 for that matter. We're in a 2-1 hockey game. We don't execute at the end of a period to get in there, and they take momentum. So playoff hockey, in that sense. We definitely need to do a better job of recognizing some offensive situations and remaining tight defensively, staying above and playing behind, creating as much traffic as possible. We haven't had a lot of rebound opportunities in this series, and I think we need to generate a little bit more of that with the intent of going to the harder areas of the ice. And our defense has to be a little more active to be able to get pucks through and change their lanes, give the other team credit for blocking shots, and just ultimately do a better job. We're behind in the series because they've executed in some of those situations better than we have.